So my career started as a paralegal.
Okay.
So I worked at a big firm in Century City. I worked there for 3 years. I was in the bankruptcy department.
Ooh, that must
And
fun.
and I came across an assignment that had to do with the Beverly Center, which is a big mall. So I saw an ad in the paper it was Woolworth at the time, but now they're Foot Locker, for lease administrator. And so I applied, I got the job, but I had very limited experience.
I can understand when you're talking about retail, but we start getting into some of these other asset classes, and really like those 5 asset classes, it's like a rainbow.
Forget chasing single-family rentals. Let's build commercial portfolios. Collect the best insights and information from commercial real estate experts and industry heavyweights on this episode of the Rent Stew podcast.
Live from CREI Summit in Palm Desert, California, 2025. It's the Rent Stew podcast. I'm your host, Christian Cotta with Hungry Investments. If you are in the world of commercial real estate or looking to break into the commercial real estate world, and you're looking for information on how to get started in investing, development, brokerage, all that stuff, well, guess what? You're in the right spot, because I'm bringing you some of the brightest and best minds in the commercial real estate industry, people that you need to follow, people that you need to learn from, people that you just need to get to know and network with, because what is it? It's all about relationships, right? And today I'm bringing you on this episode, Tina LaMonica. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. Tina LaMonica out of LA, Pasadena, with NIA Capital Markets. Is that who you're with now?
NIA Capital.
Capital. Okay, so Tina, give us, we're just getting to know each other for the first time, and I got introduced to Tina, and I looked at some of her background and her history and things that she's done, and she was just telling me before we started, I said, hold on, pause, we got to share this, because when I go and I look, I'm like, wow, this person's got a really interesting path and story, and how everybody's career in commercial real estate, especially the longer you go, it's so different and so diverse, and you can end up in the same spot but take a completely different route getting there.
Right.
And so how did you get into commercial? What made you want to become somebody that's involved in commercial real estate versus any other kind of real estate that you could do?
So my career started as a paralegal.
Okay.
So I worked at a big firm in Century City. I worked there for 3 years. I was in the bankruptcy department.
Ooh, that must
and
fun.
And I came across an assignment that had to do with the Beverly Center, which is a big mall in Los Angeles, and we had to evict a tenant, so I had to review the lease. So that kind of spurred my interest in commercial real estate, and I knew that I wasn't going to go to law school, and I thought being a paralegal was kind of a dead end.
You needed the next step.
So, and I wanted more client-facing time, and as a paralegal, you're kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So I saw an ad in the paper it was Woolworth at the time, but now they're Foot Locker, for lease administrator. And so I applied, I got the job, but I had very limited experience in commercial real estate. I was a paralegal.
Must have done something right.
So I quickly took a class at UCLA Extension, and it was an attorney teaching leasing. And so I had a tiny bit of experience through that and through the one assignment I had at the law firm. And I started, and we had 300 stores, and we grew to 500 stores. So I was there for 6 years.
And you said you oversaw 21 states.
21 states. So I was a lease administrator. So I was mostly doing
existing leases,
renewals, a lot of property management stuff. So my boss would find the location, then I would do the leases.
So when they would be negotiating leases, were you the one doing all the like reviewing and stuff like that? Like if I'm the landlord,
yeah,
and I'm like, hey, we're gonna work with Foot Locker, and you guys submit the standard lease, and I redline it with my team, are you the one that's going back and forth with me on the comments?
yes, and they got rid of their attorney that was on retainer and used me to do the lease comment.
You're like, okay, so I was a paralegal. I'm not going to law school, but I'm basically doing the lawyer's job.
Yeah.
They saw the hourly rate limit and were like, hey, we're going to go with that. Yeah, I like this hourly rate better. This video is sponsored by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. Site streamlines the entire site submittal process, from custom AI-powered submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace that makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. At Hungry Investments, we use sites to validate sites we already control, target locations for specific tenants, and even identify tenants actively looking in trade areas where we're doing our due diligence. It's become an invaluable tool for our growth, and it can do the same for you. Check out sitescre.com, where smart growth starts.
So it was a great experience. I worked with Simon, with all the Macerich, with every large landlord.
And how long did you do that?
6 years.
6 years. So when was that?
So that was probably 30 years ago.
Oh, I've been doing this for 25 years. So I was just wondering because, we had some properties where we worked with Foot Locker and stuff like that in Phoenix and Tucson with 2 companies. I'm trying to see if there was any shot that
maybe
I might have slid something over with a red line and you were the one that was reviewing it.
Well, so the subsidiary, I say Foot Locker because that's the parent now because Woolworth is out, but I worked for KidsMart. So KidsMart was a subsidiary that I worked for. So I don't know if you remember KidsMart.
I do.
It's been a long time.
I do. So is that how you got from working there and getting to know all these mall owners? Is that how you got to start working at Westfield? Or
yeah. Well, so we started winding down stores and closing stores at KidsMart. So I decided to, look for another job, and I did know the people at Westfield, so I did a lot of deals with them. So I got a job there. It was the same position, lease administrator.
Mm-hmm.
So I also worked doing pretty much the same thing, but on the landlord side, reviewing their 100-page leases with tenants for different malls. So still doing lease review. It got pretty boring and monotonous. When I was at KidsMart, I was doing varied tasks, call the property manager, this issue and blah, blah, blah. So it then became pretty boring because my desk was stacked with leases for these malls.
And you were just doing the same thing.
And I never moved. Yeah.
It's like robotic.
Yeah. It was getting pretty boring and tedious. So, then I took off for a couple of years. I had a child and then came back to work for Solomon Smith Barney. And then I was doing leasing, not lease administration. So I was finding sites for them for the West Coast.
Yeah.
And that was exciting. I loved it.
Yeah. You could take a look, see a space.
I loved it.
Get some specs on it. Hey, what's asking rent? And your mind's working on what all the things are you need to make sure of when you're looking at the space.
It was awesome. I mean, I got to travel around, meet all the employees and managers from the various offices. And I really liked it. I thought that was also kind of a dead-end job because my boss was younger than me and the corporate office was in New York City and I wasn't going to move. So I met my future boss when I was doing a buyout with Arden Realty.
Okay.
And they were one of the largest REITs in Los Angeles. And my future boss fired somebody.
He was like, hey, we got an opening.
It was like, oh, I would love that job. And he's like, well, you live in Pasadena. This is Newport Beach. I'm like, that's fine. It was tough. So I worked for Arden for 8 years, and I had, during my course of 8 years, I was in charge of 75 Class A office buildings.
Wow. Oh, so that's the transition from retail over to office.
I mean, Smith Barney was in retail and office.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of like a kind of buffer.
A little bit. I have to say, I didn't have enough experience really to take the job.
Yeah.
Because I was only at Smith Barney for like a year and a half, and we did like, I don't know, maybe 40 deals.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to Arden, it was like 150 deals a year.
Like tripled.
Yeah. So I had to learn very fast. But what I've done my whole career is I take on jobs that I have to quickly learn.
There's all keeping you on your toes.
Yeah.
You're looking for that next challenge.
I'm brave enough to take something on that I don't have quite enough experience for.
Well, but that's how you grow, right?
Yeah.
Constantly push that outer limit. So I like where the conversation's going, because if you're listening or watching like any of these episodes, you see every single person that I have the pleasure of sitting down and talking to is completely different. And I try and explain that when I have conversations with people, and they say, hey, I want to start investing, or I want to get involved in commercial real estate. Like, the first question I ask is, what do you want to do? Do you want to be on the deal finding side? Do you want to be on the deal making side? Do you want to be on the construction side? Do you want to be on, like, there is a million things that you can do in commercial real estate, and it's not like I'm buying or selling houses. It's literally,
I agree.
Like, I still meet people and I'm like, wait, you can do that? Like, or doing a transaction and I'm like, who am I dealing with here? There's a person that is in charge of a certain task, like you're like through the process that gets done over and over again. I just, title is one of those things that I think a lot of people don't even think about. And I'm in the retail world, so that, I can understand when you're talking about retail, but we start getting into some of these other asset classes, and really, like, those 5 asset classes, it's like a rainbow, right? Retail is all the way over here. Multifamily is completely on the other side of the world.
I agree. I love retail. I loved it when I worked at Foot Locker and Westfield malls.
It's very exciting.
Smith Barney. It's exciting to see a client open up a restaurant or a store, and then office is pretty boring, because, I mean, of course you want to visit. You're excited they have a new office, but it's not the same as retail.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's had its struggles in the last, since COVID.
So, and that brings up another point. By me keeping my retail business going as well as office, I was able to produce during the pandemic.
Still did both.
I continued to do both. So my highest production years are from 20 to this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are you still doing in retail? Like, what kind of stuff are you still doing there? This video is brought to you by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. From AI-powered site submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace, Sites makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. Check them out at SiteCRE.com. That's SYTESCRE.com, and level up your site selection game.
I'm doing mostly tenant rep.
Okay.
And then I have a couple clients that have strip centers or shopping
doing
centers.
Some leasing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you know how to do a retail lease, it's like riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's more challenging than office.
Mm-hmm.
Office, is a lot easier. I mean, with retail, there's just so many challenges, parking, zoning, and it takes forever to get paid because you have to wait for them to open.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on a check from a wine bar that hasn't opened.
Yeah, because, your lease, your first half gets paid not when it's signed, but when it's signed and all the contingencies or any of that kind of stuff. And the second one's when they start when they actually open
Right.
and start paying rent.
And I had one cafe that never opened,
Oh,
and the landlord was smart to not pay me the first half. I agreed to not get the first half. So
But
I
you
lost
ended up not getting any of it.
$15,000.
Mm.
Yeah.
So so you've been doing this for like 25 years
Plus, yeah.
plus. What keeps you excited about doing it? What would you tell anybody that's, newer in the business or anyone that's starting out? Like,
I think you have to like working with people. You have to be excited about their business and want to learn about their business and understand their business so you can be the best broker for them and to help them,
get a good inside
add
look
value.
into a lot of different types of businesses.
I love that. I've always loved that.
Because everyone runs their business differently.
And it's all different industries. With office, you're dealing with so many different industries. You just learn so much. And I enjoy that. And I really enjoy the relationship part of it. I end up meeting their family, and keep track of their kids and what they're doing. I mean, that's what I love about it.
You get to know them on a more
personally, yeah.
Yeah. So we're here at CREI Summit.
Yes.
And there's two main things. Number one, I know you're really big on LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you're on one of the lists.
Yes.
Yeah.
22.
22. Yeah. So if you're on LinkedIn, you got to make sure you go find Tina. But there was something I saw on your LinkedIn. What do you do with the LA Times?
Oh, so I just did a big office deal. I represented the country of India.
Oh.
And they're going to open up a consulate office in LA. They've never had one.
Wow.
They've had one just in San Francisco.
Okay.
So I did a deal in the Aon building downtown LA, and it's a full floor, 20,000 square feet, 10-year lease.
Okay. And so were you a contributor or something to the LA, like write an article or something about it?
My referral, the person that gave me the deal, or not gave me the deal, but referred me to the consulate office in San Francisco. They're an Indian business person.
Yeah.
And they contacted the LA Times. They had a contact with the LA Times.
Okay.
And so got it written up. But I think it's in many other newspapers and the Indian newspapers.
That's pretty, but I mean, that's
big
a feather in the cap
to get in the
LA
Times.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
like the New York Post or any of I mean, that's you could do. We've done this how long? You don't get written up in like a big periodical
No.
So
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
When I was at Arden, there were a lot of write-ups because I did a lot of big deals.
A lot of them
were landlords,
and a lot of them were press releases, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of cool. They wrote a whole article, and
it was very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as with regards to social media, I mean things have changed a lot since we first started in the industry compared to now, and how much information you can get and receive and put out there and everything. Being on LinkedIn, are you on any other platforms? Is LinkedIn just like where you
Mostly I'm on LinkedIn. I do some on Instagram, but I'm not on X or.
What recommendations or what things would you tell anybody that's wanting to grow their commercial real estate business or network more in regards to LinkedIn?
I think it's important to have a presence on LinkedIn if you're a commercial real estate broker, because clients look you up, and and then your existing clients are following you.
Yeah,
I get lots of comments from existing clients, and when I post, and sometimes phone calls, it just keeps you in their mind for commercial real estate. It's just a reminder. I'm still out there. If you have a requirement,
it's almost a have to have.
You have to do that.
It's like a business card.
It is a business card.
It's a living, breathing business card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's important. It's important to post and to be active on it. I enjoy it. And, I post a lot about just day-to-day experiences I have. I'm having fun with it.
I mean,
and I think it's adding value. I get messages all the time, mostly from young brokers that
Yeah.
they're learning a lot, and that makes me happy.
It feels good, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, you wouldn't even think about it normally.
And I enjoy mentoring, and I've put it out there before. I've posted, anyone needs help or has questions about the business, and you wouldn't believe how many people respond. It's
Yeah.
really
I think
great.
people are afraid to ask,
Yes.
and they think that, there are some people in the industry that are like, don't bother me, but I think people get afraid to ask, and more often than not, they'll find if they ask. So if you're on LinkedIn and you see somebody doing something that you admire or that you think is going to be beneficial to you and you're curious about it, there's no harm in asking. Right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Reach out. And I've had people reach out. I'm still waiting to get back to one guy that from Utah. I think he's been doing it a couple of years, and he had some question. Anytime. I'm always available. Just call me on my cell, and I'm always happy to help. I want more people to get into it because it's a great industry.
Yeah, and you want people to learn how to do it the correct way and have
Yes.
success.
Yeah, and more women.
Pay it forward.
We still have not enough women entering the business.
Yeah.
And
Well,
staying with it.
I've met just here at the summit and doing this podcast, I've got a lot of great women in the commercial real estate industry. So make sure you're following all of them. And so where do you, obviously LinkedIn, and we're going to put all these links in the description. So,
Okay.
So tell everybody, where do you want them to find you, or where can they connect with you?
You can connect with me on LinkedIn or just go on NIA Capital's website, and I'm there as well.
Type in Tina LaMonica.
You should be able to find me. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And she said reach out. Like you can, find her on your cell phone's probably on NIA Capital, but in the directory. But you can also reach out to her on LinkedIn, and she's more than happy to help you. And she's got a wealth of knowledge. I mean, this is our first time meeting, but I'm hopeful that now we can, communicate and prop each other up on, on LinkedIn and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you check out everything in the description so you can connect with Tina. Tina, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I know it's a short one. We'll have
That's okay.
Yeah, we'll have to
We'll do it again
find some time to do a full-length episode. So if you're looking for the best place to find more commercial real estate insights and information, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. If you're haven't done it already, make sure you smash that bell. Give us a like. Follow Hungry Investments on all the social media platforms at Hungry Investments. We're on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn, Christian Cotta, but everything should be down in the description. And as always, my friends, rent is due. Stay hungry. If you made it this far through and you landed here, it means you're serious about making money in commercial real estate. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already following for more great commercial real estate, and check out this video or this video. As always, stay hungry, my friends.